Well, I don't quite know where you've got to with it, so I don't know if I can add anything to it. But we're surprised it's come to the situation it's come to, if we're being honest. Yeah, and we just can't let it. We just can't let this be a distraction for us as a side. We can't sit here in 5 days' time and say, you know, what the build up to it. But to be honest with you, apart from Jimmy and maybe obviously myself being involved, the other lads, you know, they haven't had much dealings with it, so it's been pretty low key. Yeah, look, to be honest, I'm going to sound little bit like Arsene Wenger and say, actually, I didn't see it, and I genuinely didn't see the incident. So, yeah, I mean, obviously it's been to and fro between Jimmy and Peter Moores and, you know, the hierarchy of the ECB as well. So, and, yeah, there has been a level charge back at Judage. I think that's quite obviously reasonable, and the reason why I think you had to, I don't even know, so honestly, as you could. Well, I mean, I'm certainly, you know, for Jimmy, you know, all the lads to rally around him. You know, he's a stalwart of our side. He's an outstanding bowler with a fantastic record, and yeah, it's probably a tactical, probably a little bit from India, if we're being honest, and we just can rally behind him, and hopefully that we get this ball swinging. You know, at a certain time in this Test match, you know, Jimmy will want to let his cricket do the talking. Yeah, I mean, it looks a good wicket now. There's a lot of good covering of grass on it, a nice green tinge. But the wickets, as always at Lords, tend to be good wickets as well. I mean, when they have a bit of carry on them. So look, it's just speaking to Mick, and he's happy with it. Again, it's because it's not an exact science. It's very hard to predict exactly how it will go. Yeah, I think it will be a big challenge for him in terms of what he experienced in his first Test match. You obviously want to hit the ground running, and you want to show everyone what a good bowler or player you are, doesn't matter, and you've always got to prove that when you first go into the side. So, you know, obviously he has a little bit of a hurdle to get over, but what I've seen in the nets, and he's certain, and talking to him, he certainly feels more comfortable around this squad. He knows a lot more of the guys. He's been on A tours with them, and compared to where you've got thrust in at the Oval, you know, had 2 days, and you know, a lot of the guys he'd just seen playing on TV rather than playing against them. So yeah, look, we will see. We'll see what happens. I mean, we have to have a look at that wicket tomorrow, because if the grass gets cut off, then it changes. No, I don't think I will. I mean, we have a responsibility as players who play for England, never to cross that line. And in the heat of the battle, when the emotion's up, there's probably been situations throughout everyone's careers when they probably look back and go, oh, I probably wish I didn't do that. I don't think this is the case, and I like it when Jimmy's in that battle, because I know he's up for it. He's desperate to do well for England, and you know, if people are watching that, I think they get behind it and see a very competitive guy, and people, I think people enjoy that. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think that's pretty much where it's come from. Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm just not allowed to. I mean, it's because it's gone to level 3 and all that kind of stuff. I'm not allowed to. So I can't talk about it. I'm going to just keep hitting. I'm not allowed to. So because it's gone to a level 3, I'm not allowed to talk or apparently give my opinion on it either. So yeah, I mean, on that side, but I'm not allowed to talk about the actual specifics of it. I'm sorry. Yeah, I hope not. And you know, both MS and I have that responsibility as captains of the side to make sure that we control our players, to not let that happen, because we have a responsibility to people watching the game, responsibility obviously under the ICC rules and all that kind of stuff. We can't. Yeah, I think it will make it good viewing, but I don't think we'll see. I don't know. We're just surprised it's a level 3 incident after hearing both sides of it. Well, you know, certainly after hearing what happened. So I don't know. I don't know if there's a slight to be. Yeah, I think it should be on that one incident or this incident. They should make sure it's that. To be honest with you, it's, in my opinion, it's a big mountain out of a molehill. Yeah, if I'm being totally honest, there you go, you've got a line for you, and you can use that, and we can hopefully talk about something else. Yeah, I think, hopefully, yeah. From me as a captain, I think that would be great. You know, I don't think the side will need any more motivation, because we're desperate to win. We haven't won for a while. But if anything, if it does bring us tighter, if it does bring us, you know, even more closer together and supporting each other more during the tough times, then that can work really well for us. Well, as I say, you normally say you just whatever happens on the field stays on the field. But obviously, this wasn't on the field. I don't know. To be honest. It's such a strange situation and such a strange circumstance that it's quite hard to, and especially when you're not allowed to talk about it, then you can find it's quite hard. And everyone asking you questions about it, you can't really.
But that's a generic question.
It is, but it's obviously replied to the same incident. Isn't it? So, I definitely want a result. You want a pitch, a nice. All we want is a Lords. You know, tends to be when you look up, not down on it. As the sun's out, it can be a fantastic place to bat. But we just want nicks to carry. You know, I think both sides were like that fast, but nothing wrong with that. You want a fair wicket, but we just would love a result. Yeah, I think at some stage we will definitely need a specialist spinner. We know that, and it was a case of getting Simon in and around as well. Obviously, what happened in this first Test match, he need a little bit more time around the environment rather than just throwing him in. So that's why he's been around, and we get me and as always when we selectors are talking about people, you don't actually get a chance to see him playing for their counties unless you play against him in your couple of early games. So it's nice to actually get a look at him yourself. Yeah, I mean I'm desperate to get that score. I mean it's obvious. You know, everyone's talking about it, and everyone will carry on talking about it until I do score that run. Yeah, I mean actually they had a very nice day getting pampered at the Grove yesterday, so it seemed all nice when we were running around here like headless chickens. They were lying getting mud wraps and all that kind of stuff, so yeah, hopefully it does them some good. But yeah, they seem to be in quite good spirits for the workload they've had. I think, like as always, we will chat about it this afternoon and see. Yes, I think I would, because we're not really in unusual territory yet. You know, we're used to playing back-to-back Test matches with the 3 days off in between. You know, I think when it starts to become slightly different is Test match 3 and 4, and obviously 5, because after this Test match finishes, or is it Monday? We're playing again on Sunday, I think. That's when it starts to start racking up, especially if they're bowling 40, 50, 60 overs. Sorry, 50 or 60 overs in the. It's nice for him to say that. He's probably in a good position to see it, watching the way I go about things in the dressing room and obviously on the field as well. It's all about trying to get this result now, trying to score those runs and get that result, and then we'll hopefully get this ball moving.